One thing that I want to make really clear is that the best way to generate more leads for your online course so that you can get more online course sales is definitely not to follow the latest TikTok trend, but then just sort of overlay you pointing to different aspects about your course. Honestly, I can't think of anything worse. And then secondly, it's definitely not by putting up the next viral post and asking people to reply win in capital letters so that you can give them some more information. And surprisingly, it's also not by creating a killer ad campaign. And the reason for why I know that that is not the best way to sell your courses is because selling your courses comes down to a simple two-step process, which I want to talk to you about in this video. And the reason for why I know that this process works is because it is the exact same process that I used to scale my first course to being a seven-figure business after the first 18 months of operation. And if you don't believe what I'm saying about the ads that you need to use advertising in order to sell your courses, do you want to hear something really crazy? Crazy part of that first course that I sold was actually a course about running profitable Google Ads campaigns. So you need to understand that I truly believe in the power of advertising. But in all of my experience in advertising, it also showed me this, and that is that any advertising that you spend on any product or any business, regardless if you're selling watches or t-shirts or online courses, what advertising does is advertising purely magnifies the current results that you are seeing in your business. So if you're not getting sales or converting your product straight away, now with no advertising, adding advertising does not solve the problem. So that's why for me, I waited until I already had a successful business until I added in the advertising, because that then really supercharges the current results that you're seeing. So don't believe the lies that you just need to follow some TikToker's secret process that no other course creator is doing. And you definitely don't have to waste thousands and thousands of dollars on advertising. Like I said, there is nothing wrong with advertising. I do it for my own business. But you first need to have a successful course that you know sells. And what I'm going to be sharing you is nothing new. It's not even my own idea. This is a simple process that the largest course creators have been using year after year. And the reason why they use it is because it works. So what I want to do is I just want to simplify the process for you so that you can start implementing this into your own business so that you can start selling more courses as we head into 2024. And the first step of the process is that you need to release regular content on YouTube that is actually geared to solve someone's problem or answer a question that they have. What you need to remember is that when people come to YouTube, they're looking to solve a particular problem or get an answer for a question they are currently facing. So there is no point in you creating some videos which just share half the story and they're completely geared to just get people to buy your course. People see right through it. So the first step of the process is creating highly valuable content that by its own, so if they only watched your YouTube video, that it would help them. It would take them further down the process of the problem that they are currently facing. And the reason for why this is so important is, think about it like this. I do a lot of my clothes shopping online and I've got my favorite brands that I like to buy. And the reason why I like to buy them is because I've gone into the stores before, I've tried the shirts on, or I've tried the shorts on, I know my sizes, I know the styles and the cuts that I like, and I'm happy with the quality. So I'm really happy and quite confident to go online and buy however many $100 worth of clothes in a single purchase, because I've got confidence in the brand and I've got confidence in the product. And that's what you need to create for your digital product. With a digital course, one of the challenges that you do have to overcome is that people don't know what's inside the box. They can't pick up your product, they can't touch it, they can't feel it, but what they can do, they can find out whether they align to your teaching. So whether they like the way that you teach, whether they trust what you teach. And they're the two things that you can show in your free YouTube videos. If you're able to really help people with some initial questions and also really articulate to people that you know how to get someone and teach the process from point A to point B, you're well over half the process in selling your digital course. So the first step in selling more courses is that you need to be willing to share regular high value content on YouTube that actually helps people and solves people's initial problems and questions that they have. And then the second part of the process is that you need to offer high value lead magnets. A lead magnet is a concept that you may be familiar with, but it's a simple early transaction between you as the coach and your student as the potential course buyer. And what the transaction is that they are giving you their email address and you are giving them access to a free digital product. And that digital product could be an ebook, it could be a teaching guide, it could be like a checklist of how to complete a certain process. And the reason for why this is so important in the process is, have you ever been on holidays and you're walking down the street and restaurants come out the front and they want you to test some free food? They're giving you a free test of their food. And the whole reason for that is that you'll take a test of their food, you'll love it, and then you'll want to come in and you'll want to eat a whole meal there that you pay for. And that's the same process with a lead magnet. What we're doing here is you're giving them a free test, once again, that is actually physically helping them, but it's just a taste of the level of teaching and the level of support that you can offer them in your full course. And this is where the process does really fall down. I need to stress this, that if you're giving really low value or low quality lead magnets, it's never going to work. So what I want to do right now is let's jump into a screen share so I can take you through some examples of my best performing lead magnets and just really explain this process to you in greater detail. Let's go. So let's talk about lead magnets, and I want to make it clear that these become the entry point for your sales. So as we said, your lead magnets are a very important step of the sales process. And what I found in my business is that 99% of people who buy your course will first download at least one of your lead magnets. And in many cases, I find that they'll download multiple lead magnets before they go through and purchase your full course. So what I want to focus on now is the 3 key points that you need to focus on about your lead magnets. And firstly, they need to be practical and useful. The user should be able to get real value from your lead magnet. If your lead magnet does not help the user, you're ruining the whole sales process. Remember that analogy I said before about the restaurant giving you a free taste of their food? If that little bite of food that they offer you is disgusting or tastes bad or undercooked or whatever it is, you're not going to go in and have a full meal in that restaurant. The same is true with your lead magnet. If it is a poor quality lead magnet that doesn't help anyone, it's actually going to take the sales process back and probably mean that the person will never come back and engage with your content again. So firstly, you need to make sure that it's practical and useful. Secondly, it needs to be your own content. It needs to be something you have created and not just copied from someone else or from a website. There's no point giving them access to, for example, a white paper that they can just do by a simple Google search. It has to be something that you have taken the time to create. And then thirdly and finally, it needs to make the user say, "This helped me." And I love this quote from Brian Tracy, who said, "Approach every customer with the ideal of helping him or her to solve a problem or achieve a goal, not of selling a product or a service." And in my business, I've seen that the percentage of people who use my lead magnets, who buy my course, there are a lot more people who download my lead magnets and use my lead magnets and not spend any money with me. And to be honest with you, it doesn't bother me at all, because the reason why I created these lead magnets is to truly help people. And then in the process of them helping them, they want to also support me, or they want to get a little bit of extra support. They then are happy to go into the process of going through and buying my full course or my full coaching or whatever we're offering. So what I want to do right now is I just want to take you through some of my best performing lead magnets, just to give you an idea of the type of things that you can offer. And the examples that I'm going to show you here are from my Google Ads coaching business, which I've built up to over 7 figures. So I'll just take you through here. So for example, I offer a to-do checklist, and this is a checklist that I put together over a 10-year period. And what it did is that it broke down all of the individual optimization actions that you would need to complete in order to optimize an account. And what it also did is it broke down the time. So it let people know, how often they would need to do certain optimizations, whether they did it every week, every month, or every 90 days. And as I said, this was highly valuable checklist. This was a checklist that some businesses paid me thousands to implement into their own workplace. So although it was only off a Google sheet, the actual knowledge was highly, highly valuable. And we would get emails time and time again of people saying that this simple checklist helped them get a job in the agency they were looking for, or it helped them save their business. So other examples of this could be, let's just say you're wanting to start a course for online fitness coaching. It could be a beginner's workout schedule of how to lose the first 5 kilograms. Another lead magnet that you can use is a downloadable planner. And what I did with this one is this was a Google Ads planner. And this is where I put together in a short 6-page ebook, the process that I go through of creating Google Ads campaigns and strategies. And what I did was, it was an interactive book where they would have to answer questions, they would write down, and it would really give them information on how to best create a Google Ads campaign for all businesses, whether this was someone who's spending $1,000 a month, or even for businesses who are spending $20,000, $30,000 a month in Google Ads. So, and then another example would be an ebook or a guide. And what I would do here is that I would offer a step-by-step process of how to set up different Google Ads campaigns, and this would take them through the structure. It would also have screenshots. So it was like a step-by-step instruction guide of how to set up a Google Ads campaign for their own business. Another option of what you can do is that you can offer free extended video sessions. So this was a really good strategy that worked for me, is that we would do a YouTube video, we would answer some initial questions, but because it was quite a complex task, so this is probably more for more advanced teaching that you're going to be using, we would forward them access to a further hour or an hour and a half teaching that they could go through and watch for free in their own leisure, and that would then even extend the learning even further, and they could use that for free with no obligation to spend any more money or to even buy any of my courses. So there's some really practical examples of the different types of lead magnets that you could use to complete that process. Remembering that the core strategy for selling more courses online in 2024 is about truly giving people help. So you're helping them and you're teaching them in practical ways in your YouTube videos, and then you're also offering extra free guides and downloads that they can download for free with no obligation, so that you can build further trust and show them that you are the coach or the teacher, or you've got the digital products that they have been looking for. And what I want to do right now is that if you are truly wanting to learn how to create your own courses and also sell more courses, and really learn from the experience that I've gained from generating my own 7-figure course, what I want to do is I want to give you some access to some free tools, which is firstly my first course creation checklist. And this is a checklist which takes you through all of the individual actions that you need to complete in order to launch your first course. So taking it from an initial idea through to pressing publish and getting it out there in the big wide world. And secondly, that also gives you access to my website planner guide. And this is a simple questionnaire, but it's highly, highly valuable. It takes you through the questions that you need to ask yourself so that you can plan out a high converting website so that you can sell more of your courses in 2024. And then above all of that, I'm also going to throw in a 30-day free trial to my platform of choice, which is Kajabi. And I absolutely love Kajabi because it's everything you need as a course creator in one simple platform. So thank you for joining me. My name is Aaron Young and I'm from 7-Figure Coaching. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here. And just before you go, it would also be great if you could not only subscribe, but also turn on that notification bell so that you know every time I release a new video teaching you how you can sell more of your courses and generate more online coaching clients. Thank you again. See you next time.